Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 15th of October. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director of Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. This week we have Alumina, Oz Minerals, Family Zone, Bcore and Integrated Research. So if you have a request, send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter. If you enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review on Facebook and Google. As always, our main business is portfolio management. So if you do feel as though you need some more help, please give me a call and I can explain how that works. And of course, any advice here is just general only. So daily chart of Alumina, as we could see, it's come back to sort of retest these March lows. Seems to have bounced, but just not making any progress yet. So if I was trying to buy this one, I'd like to see it get back above about $1.50, just through this sort of resistance level here. I mean, that would be a good sign. In terms of, if it doesn't do that, I think any sort of further weakness back here, I'd be, be concerned about it, be viewed as a negative, in my opinion. Oz Minerals, so if we look at the weekly chart, obviously it's had a pretty good run this year. We can see a lot of sort of price rejection at $15, so just can't seem to get through that $15 level. If we move back to the daily, I mean, it does appear to be sort of rolling over a bit here, so I'd still have it as a hold, but just be wary that it just doesn't seem to be, making much progress either. So if I was looking at this one as a new trade, I'd really want to see it get above $15 before I buy it. If I was holding it, obviously in the low 13s, there seems to be some obvious support. So, if it does sort of roll over and fall through this line, that would be my cue to move on. Okay, Family Zone. So if we start with our weekly, so what I noticed, if we get our fib tool and measure the peak from 2017 down to the recent low, we could see that it's retraced 61.8%, so some obvious resistance there. And looking at the daily chart to see how it's faring, so hit that resistance, came back, it's tried to rally, but then it's sharply sold off here, so it looks like it's put in a lower high. So this stock's still consolidating. I'd have this sort of 40-cent region as I guess the line in the sand, where if it pulls back beyond sort of 40 cents, I'd say that this is now in a downtrend, because then we've got a lower low here and it's taking this out. So at the moment it's probably just consolidating. Maybe it finds support here and then just continues to drift sideways. But yeah, just keep an eye on this sort of 40-cent region. So Bcore, massive run off the March lows. So I looked at it most recently in the Dynamic Investor report on Tuesday here in early August. So we'll notice the breakout and we're expecting it to continue on. If you don't get the Dynamic Investor, make sure you sign up to a free trial, or give me a call if you're looking to purchase that. So we could, moving to the weekly, we could see the nice sort of consolidation here under resistance, and then it's popped up. So it's doing really well at the moment. Back to the daily. It is sort of getting vertical at the moment. So, the trend has been pretty good with impulsive moves, flat correction, impulsive move, flat correction. Now this one is quite vertical. So, in terms of holding it, I'd continue holding it. In terms of buying it, it feels like the risk reward isn't that great to be chasing it up here. So I'd be waiting for the next time it does a correction like this. So if we see it undergo another sort of flat correction, and then on that breakout would be the best buy point. Okay, finally IRI. So as we could see on the weekly chart, we had this sort of resistance line here that it broke through. It's come back, so it seems to be finding support at an obvious level, which is good. In terms of what it's doing at the moment, look, it is recovering, but as we could see, it's not, it's not making a lot of progress. So at the moment, it looks like a hold. It should continue to improve. I think if it starts to fall under this sort of 350 level, which seems like a pretty obvious support level, then I'd be concerned looking to exit under 350. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you've got a request, send it through to me. I'll try to include your stock for you next Thursday.